case on the news.
Not a day in my life. Knows my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Knows my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
Watch the pass.
Hey, alert.
Shoot.
Red, go.
Slant, watch the slant. Motion. Mike 42. 75.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 38 yards on the scamper there. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Watch twist.
Red, go.
Switch.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Ethan Westbrooks able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
You remember me?
Here's Trubisky to throw. Forced out to his left. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Motion. Big Ed.
Red, go.
Kill. Turn up.
Lock in.
Check.
Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
What we got?
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Trubisky flushed out right. And he'll find Hall. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that's caught for a Bear touchdown. It's the tight end, Trey Burton. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. The point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
26. Hey, I-7.
58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Here's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 2 former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers fighting his tight end, Graham. Packer 1st down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
319.
Get the ball.
Inside.
58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58,
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking deep down. That's caught inside the 20. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. That one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in, but when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
Check 26, check 26.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
That is caught inside the 5. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Well, they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. Now Jones. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Kill. Check 24.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
No. 258.
58, right there. Here we go.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. From 4 yards out. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Ball.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. Able to spin free. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Pass. Check. Slam.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Alert.
Check 13.
18.
Watch 25.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, 1st down.
What's the old adage, partner? Don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes the mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice gain.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
It's going to be a long day.
On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
6-6.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky, escaping the pressure right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Hey, wahoo!
Hey, keep it up, keep it up.
They're going on 4th down. It's Trubisky. The catch made by Miller. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So we have hit halftime of the 2019 opener from Chicago. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Shotgun now for Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun. Rodgers. Got a man. That's Allison. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
On 2nd down and 4. Rodgers, throw left side complete. That's Adams. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
What's tight? Tight is right.
Alert, 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 alert.
Check.
Alert, 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 alert.
They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On 2nd and inches, Trubisky. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
Now, you've been around me a long time now. You know on 2nd and inches, I love it when teams are aggressive and take a shot, but we just saw the downside to being that aggressive, didn't we?
Now you've given up on a pretty likely 1st down if they had run the football, and they need to come up with something here on 3rd. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the 1st down in the process.
1st and 10 at the 42.
Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. 1st down, a run with Cohen. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
What's tight end?
Alert, 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 alert. Go, go.
Trubisky will throw. He'll rifle this one deep right, and this is caught inside the 5. It's a gain of 34. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
I got you.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Preston Smith able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. On 2nd and goal, Trubisky. And this is caught. It's White for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. His 1st NFL reception goes for 6. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point safely through, and we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Over.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Back now at Soldier Field. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
They're running, man.
Recon, 152 fighter.
They'll go again to Jones. Able to fight through one tackle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
44's Mike. 44's Mike. Check.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. It's caught outright by Graham. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Jim. Go now. 44, Mike, 44. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Hey, 626. Look again.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Red, up.
You.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Up. 180. Red, up.
Hey, let's go.
They go play action with Trubisky. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Motion.
They'll run on first down. Cohen. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, Echo.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Trubisky got his man complete over the middle. That's Robinson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 yards on the play, first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch the shift.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he will be stopped here for no gain, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think we just saw an example of a game situation that I know is discussed, practiced to the nth degree, go right out the window, and a chance to win the game as well.
Yeah, protect the football. On the other side, you're taught to get in there and rake it out. They did just that.
I mean, they go over this starting in OTAs and mini camps. You go through these situations, and that's the way a lot of teams like to end practice. Finish it off with this type of a drive, kick the game-winning field goal. Everyone feels good and heads to the locker room. In this case, though, they're not going to feel so great about it.
Pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Hey, ball.
On first down, it's Cohen. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They come out here in the eye. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal.
Alert.
Now Cohen. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
18. Alert.
This is Cohen on the toss. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He won the fight for the football. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Aaron Rodgers so cool in these situations, but he's got to get his guys moving.
Yeah, they have to be able to have that urgency.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Mike. 180. Ricky. Switch. Rush in. Alert.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for Chicago, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And now they'll get the weekend.